All right. Hopefully some people show up. I went through a lot of trouble making that stinking thumbnail. All this techie stuff. I'll be right back. I have to get some lights on. Bailey Boo, gotta get up. I might have to just sit at the kitchen table. Boy, I'm looking rough. Woo-wee. Abby's home. Yay. We might have to sit in here because that's better. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get good lighting in there. Let's see what we got. Hi, Mary Webb. I'll be right back. Hi, sweetheart.
You don't see what you dress? Huh? You wear the pants.
I don't care. They can't see my pants. They can't see. They hear you. They can hear you. It's Mary. One of the winners of our other live we did. They can't see. Mary, tell Abby you can't see me from the chest down. He's all worried because I don't have pants on. My jammies are in the wash.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, babe.
No.
You have to go in the other room if you're going to be on the phone.
Let's go.
Babe.
I want to know.
You have to take your phone in there. Everybody's going to be able to hear you.
I want to know. Ask me what you're looking for now.
Sorry about that, Mary. How are you tonight? Today, whatever you want to call it. I hope you're still here. Are you stitching? I'm getting ready to stitch. Maybe we'll get some more people in here. Well, there's the stinking needle or the hook I've been looking for.
Mary, sorry, Mary.
Abby said, Mary. Sorry, Mary. Mary. Sorry, Mary.
Mary.
Hi, Amy. How are you? Nice to have you. Am I yelling? Need a sound check. Check, 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 check. Mary said she's alive and kicking, just not too dang high. Well, all we can do is try, right? Hi, Bill. How are you? Culinary Girly. Hi. Got some new folks in the house. So cool. I love meeting new people. I don't care if you're into crochet or not. We can just all talk. It's random junk anyways tonight. And if anybody wants to come up, let me share this link. I don't know really how to share on here. Here, copy to clipboard. Okay. Here is the link. If you want to come join us on the panel, I think that should get you here. And then I'll see you on the backstage or whatever they call it. It's just my second time using StreamYard, so forgive me. Let me grab my coffee. Hopefully this is the last time I have to get up.
Let me grab it for
I'll
you.
get it, baby. It's okay. Abby's fixing up his okra to cook some okra. You should see how tiny he cuts it. Culinary Girly, I don't know what he's doing with that okra. He just puts it into everything, I think. You watched my yarn haul vid from Hobby Lobby. And watch when you can. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Always glad to see new people. You're a yarn haul junkie. Yeah, I know. People really like seeing the yarn hauls. I had a lot of views on that vid. Hey, Denny, how are you? Did I miss anybody here? Dipper Knittery. That's a mouthful. Ditmer Knittery. What is your first name, if you don't mind sharing? You knit and crochet obsessively. Join the club. Sounds good for you. Good. Mary, I don't know if Granny Awa, however we're supposed to say it. Abby, get on us if we say it wrong or spell it wrong. You spelled it right. It's, I think, no, it's AWAA. Means beautiful for anybody not in the know. From our last live, my husband, Abby, gave anybody that wanted one an African name for the game. So Granny Awa is Granny D from Knit, Purl, and Squirrel with Granny D. So Awa means beautiful. So that's kind of stuck with her. Not yelling. Okay, if I get where I sound like I'm yelling, you guys just let me know, because our ceilings are kind of high, and it'll sound like I'm really getting loud. Okay, so I think we got everyone. How you doing tonight, Bill? Bev, good. Nice to meet you. Denny! Does it get all gooey? Yes. Oh man. That stuff you know how it's got that slime inside it when you cut the okra? Ooh, so ugh. I like fried okra. Abby doesn't like it fried. I've tried to get him to eat it fried. Of course, he's not had my home fried. He's only had like his stuff that he puts in his soups and his whatever you call it, goulash. His Nigerian goulash. That's what my grandpa used to call that stuff, goulash. Back in the day. So I don't really have like anything specific I want to cover tonight. I want everybody to get to know each other. I do have a topic we can get into. It's just all up to you guys. It could turn nasty. I don't want any nastiness up in this place. I want peace and love and harmony. People to feel free to express their own opinions, especially since this particular live is not titled. So just let me know what you guys want to talk about, if anybody's got a certain subject. I got my new Hello Fall cup with my little foxy on it. Isn't he cute? Love it. And I shouldn't be drinking coffee this late, but I am. I was so tired earlier. No nasty yells at people. That's right. Denny, are you blue? You're not showing up blue on my end. I might have to grab some cookies. Oreos dunked in the coffee. Good stuff. Good stuff. Talk about fall. Yeah. I don't know where y'all live, but we live not too far from Indy. And the trees are really starting to really come on. All the fall colors. I love it. It just, and then the sun, when the sun peeks through the leaves, I'm just like, oh, pretty. But I love fall. It's my favorite season. You're blue? Okay, cool. Got your blue dress on? She is blue. She is blue. She is blue. Well, I've been learning a lot of things. Like, I don't know if any of y'all, Culinary Girly, I don't know if you don't have a profile pic there on your thumbnail, but I don't know if anybody here, YouTube content creators, like have your own channel with videos that you make? So I got some tips. You're in Georgia. Hey, we were in North Carolina. It's Bev, right? We were in North Carolina about a week and a half ago, somewhere around there. And it was so nice, so nice. I did wish it was a little bit cooler so I could wear all my tutorial items that I've made up for my playlist and all that. Cooler in Georgia? Probably not cooler than it is here. Today, I don't know what the temp was. I don't usually really look, except if I'm in the car much. Then I'll look at it on the dashboard. I'm guessing we were around 78 today, maybe 75. So, Bev, you're in Georgia. Amy's in Minnesota. Minnesota, isn't that where they did the movie? What's the name of that movie? And I can't think of the guy that was in it. They put the guy in the trunk. They'd like, I don't remember if they'd killed him yet or not. Fargo. Wasn't that made in Minnesota? Or am I wrong? Colorado's turning randomly, and we got to 33 this morning. Ooh, I've been to Colorado once. That's a whole big other story that I try to keep the past in the past and keep moving forward. It was not a very pleasant trip for me whatsoever. I like the area. It's very pretty. The mountains were gorgeous. I'm just not big on snow. And the ex-boyfriend was, and he wanted to go out there and go skiing because he was an experienced skier. Me? No, not at all. Had never been. It's a culinary girly. Did you tell us your name yet? I don't know. If you don't feel comfortable sharing, just don't type it in. That's cool. I'll keep it moving. Mary Webb says your trees have turned and losing much of their leaves in Ohio. Babe, hold on, guys. You're pounding on your phone or shaking your leg, and it's making the table shake.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We're live now.
Oh, okay.
You get your okra done. You can come sit with me and talk to everybody. So yeah, losing much of their leaves in Ohio. Yeah, a lot of them. It's astounding. And I kind of started to research it a little bit one time. I wondered why sometimes when fall comes on, the leaves have a nice slow change, and then they're all bright and glowy together. But sometimes some of them just die off really quick. I think the age of the tree has something to do with it, but it also has to do with the water content in the soil. That if we've not gotten enough rain, they're going to get dried out quicker, which makes sense. Bev says, I have 2 videos. You're a beginner. Cool, Bev. Well, I'll tell you all my trick tonight. If you want to see it, I can show you how you do it. I use KineMaster to edit, so I've been learning a lot about KineMaster. They have a free version, but I think for certain, just like all other apps, for certain things that you want to do on there, you have to upgrade, or you might get ads, that kind of thing. So I just went ahead and got the 1-year membership or whatever to it. And it's been a really good app on my phone to use. I don't know if you use Android or if you use iPhone. I think I have one friend, Rosalie, right, with Yarn It Out. That's her channel. And she uses her iPhone and like iPhone video editor or something. So that works well for her. I don't know if KineMaster also works on iPhone. I don't know. It probably does. They're pretty big. And the KineMaster has some awesome tutorials on YouTube, but I can show you how to pan and zoom. Bev, if you're doing crochet and knitting tutorials or showing anybody your handiwork, if you want to stitch on a live, I don't know how many subscribers you have yet, but if you want to stitch on a live, you could use like a gooseneck. You can also, like the kind that goes around your neck. You can also do videos and edit them in KineMaster. And I'm not an affiliate in any way with any companies right now. But if you want to use KineMaster, you can pan and zoom fairly easy in there. So if your shot isn't very good, like my gooseneck that I put on my table, it sits up like this, and it's got the neck that curves around and stuff. And sometimes, I'll get up or I'll move and take it off the table and take it to the desk. And your hubs is building the computer. Is that right, girly? Yeah. Welcome, Denise. How are you tonight? Well, I do most of my content, unless I'm sitting in the chair, like doing my This Week in Whips, or just, talking straight on, showing my FOs and my whips. I do most of my tutorials. The tutorials I do, I'm typically using my gooseneck at the table. But I'll show you guys how to pan and zoom when you edit in KineMaster. Cold and rainy in Warren, Pennsylvania. I've never been there, but I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to Pittsburgh area, and maybe Pittsburgh itself. I don't remember where specifically we were. It was kind of a stop on the way to somewhere else for a concert. Denny says hi to everybody. Fargo is North Dakota, Bev. Okay. Yeah. They almost sound like they have a Dutch accent to me. It was filmed here and in North Dakota. Denise, you in North Dakota? And somebody else, I can't remember who now. It's hard to keep up and remember where everybody's from. We meet so many people on YouTube. Eventually it sticks. If not, it's not that important anyways, apparently. Apparently. Mary says, hi, Tim. I know you from somewhere. Couple somewheres. Mary says, you have one tree that doesn't lose all of the leaves until the new ones come out in the spring. That's weird. What kind of tree is it, Mary? I never heard of that. I wonder if it's your tree in particular, or if it's the specific type of tree that it is that it would retain its leaves. My guess is that it's a specific kind of tree that does that. You use your phone to video. I do too. I don't even own a camera. I know people really get into using their cameras and everything and all their lighting and all that, but I just use a cheapo, like $25 light ring or whatever they call it off of Amazon. It was like $25, $27 and has like 3 or 4 different settings and holds your phone. It's like one of those selfie photo rings. But I use those when I'm just talking straight and recording in advance. And then when I do my tutorials, I use the phone and the gooseneck. The gooseneck I'm looking for a new one that will hover over me better, like be its own separate deal and not be right in front of me. But then if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to see if my hands are on screen. So kind of catch 20. Is it catch 21 or catch 22? I think it's catch 22. You could use your phone to edit. Yeah, that's good. I know I can do some editing on my phone. It's my newer phone that I got this spring. So I'm still trying to get familiar, and they just updated something to do with the gallery and what you can do to edit. So I haven't learned all of that yet. It doesn't, like, I had trouble since I've been working in KineMaster, I can take a photo and flip it in there easily, like flip it like Abby's hat he was wearing in one of our vacation photos. Because of taking it like a selfie, it read backwards. So it's just easier for me since I've gotten so used to KineMaster, just go in there and flip the photo so that his hat reads right. You hit 50 subscribers today. Awesome. Girlie's name is Megan. Had to change diaper. Yay. I do that every day that I work because I work with kiddos. Love it. Yeah, the diapers aren't very enjoyable when they're poo-poo. They're not enjoyable anyway, but at least a little more not so stinky. Denisha, how old is the baby Megan? So Megan is Culinary Girl, And Ditmer is Bev. Tim's Big Tim. Tim had no clue your name was Tim. Too much coffee already. I'm getting hyper. One thing I do like about having the studio going through the StreamYard is I don't constantly see that number changing on how many's in chat. You know, it's not going to bum me out. I'm going to try not to let it bum me out anyways. I don't think I could keep up with chat if there was a bunch of people in here. I don't know how Bag a Day does it, guys. She gets so much done. I know she's got help writing her patterns, but gee whiz, she's got 5 kiddos, and I'm just like, wow. Wow. I thought I was busy. Bev says, that sounds great. Thanks so much, Jen. I'm very, very new to video. Cool. Well, there's a lot to be learned out there. And for me, like if I'm looking for how to on something, I try to search YouTube because I like to learn visually mostly. I can read a book and learn, but like owner's manuals and things like that come with appliances and phones and all that, it's not going to get done. I'm not going to read a manual like that. So I just look for tutorials and try to find the ones that are underneath, like KineMaster has KineMaster channel. So you can go straight to KineMaster's channel, and they have the best videos out there that I've seen. But they have a pan and zoom one, and that's how I learned to do what I learned to do with zooming in on my hands. Because sometimes I might be stitching and the camera be too far away, or can't quite see the stitch. So that helps people to be able to visualize better. You survived a weekend with the grandbabies. Yay, grandbabies. Went to church today, and we were able to get my mom to go out today. I had called the nurse at her assisted living, and she hasn't been wanting to go anywhere much lately at all. I mean, she even skipped a wedding in the family. So I called the nurse and talked to the nurse today and asked her to go to mom and let her know we had a special day planned for her, and that we'd be by to pick her up around 11. So mom, I heard the nurse on the phone with her because she took the phone down there with her, and I listened in. That nurse was so kind and sweet to mom, and mom, she's just like, okay. And the nurse started helping her pick out a different outfit that she doesn't wear all the time. And so she got ready, and then we made it to church in time, and then we went and had a great lunch at Olive Garden with my daughter and her husband and my granddaughter. And my granddaughter, she didn't know we call them real names to her. She didn't know our real names. So when I told her my real name is Jen and Jenny, she said, no, it's not, it's Nani. And she likes to play like she's a different princess every day. Her mom does her hair because she's the hairstylist. And so she'll tell her mom she wants to be whoever, Belle or whatever Disney princess she wants to be for the day. And so her mom will try to do her hair like that for her. It's too cute. And if you go up to her and say, are you such and such today? She's like, no, I'm Belle. And then if you call her by her name, sometimes she'll say, I'm not Amora. I am Belle. It's too cute. But then I called her chicken legs. What was it today? She said she was wanting chicken. I said, you want some chicken legs? She said, yeah. She's so cute. I said, you got chicken legs. You're chicken leg Belle. Whatever princess name she's being today. She said, no, I'm not. I'm just, and she named the princess name. I'm not chicken legs Belle. Oh, too cute. Computer for gaming and streaming together. Well, that'd be cool. My dad had built computers, Megan. And Dad, he started in with computers and getting online and stuff as soon as the internet came up. He had a younger friend that was in AA with my brother, and they had met that way. And this kid was going to like computer classes, so he taught my dad. And my dad learned to build computers, and he built computers for himself. He was really good at it. His screen, I can't tell you, it was probably not quite as big as our big screen, probably 34-inch. His screen before he passed away. It was huge, and he had it on a roll around desk in front of his recliner. Who did I miss? Dusty. Dusty's in the house. Try to stay focused and welcome everybody in. Hello, Dusty. How you doing? Denise says Minnesota. Denise, you're in Minnesota, right? Dee's in the house. Awa! Awa's on.
Hey, Ewa, how are you?
Granny Awa.
Great, Ewa.
Don't know when you came in, Dee, but Abby is still cutting his okra up into tiny little pieces. So he is not in front of the computer right now. Bev says, Granny Dee. Dusty says, hi, Denisha. It's hard to remember where everyone is from. It is hard. It is. Dee says, hi, Bev. Hey, Denny. You guys are so sweet. Knew you're going to ask that. My husband says it is a maple. Of course I'm going to ask, Mary. It's a maple tree, but so it's not specific to the tree then, because I've grown up and lived in Indiana all of my life, except for like 2 or 3 months in Tennessee when I was 18. So our trees are primarily maples and elm trees. And is it maples or elms that get the helicopters? Whichever ones have the helicopters, I think it's I want to say, well, I don't know. It's one of them that's got the little helicopters that you play with as a kid. Our yard was always full of those, and they smelled weird. I used to always open them up and smell them. Isn't that funny? Like it's not gonna smell any different. It's always gonna be the same. It smells like the seed. It's always gonna be that way. But yeah, we've had those trees my whole life here in Indiana, and I've never noticed any of them keeping their leaves till spring. That is odd, Mary. That is really cool, though. Okay. Granny D says 22. Dusty says 22. Did I ask about numbers or something? I can't remember. I don't know, but shouting out all these numbers, 44, 22, 22, 22. I'm going to mess somebody's stitch count up. Especially if you're knitting. You need to learn to edit. Dee, what kind of, you don't edit at all, Dee? I don't know if I could survive without editing a little bit, even on my videos that I record sitting at my chair, just talking straight on. Because I ramble too much, and then sometimes I'll forget to bring something over there that I want to show, so then I pause it. Well, in the meantime, standing up to pause, I don't want all of that being on camera all the time. I want people to stay focused. So I don't know. I don't know if I could do without the editing at all. I'd like to. Bev says question mark. How much the editing software costs a year? I can look it up. Give me just a sec. I'll tell you what, these making thumbnails is for the birds. For the birds. I am tired of even trying to figure it out. And I have a problem with the phone. When I download an app now, they're not saving a little app thing, a little thumbnail on my phone, even in the app screen. It's not there, and it's not on any of the pages on my phone. So I can't find my apps. I have to literally go back in. Right now I'm going back into, but I have to go look them up again in Play Store, and sometimes I can't remember the name. So I just search Ultimate Thumbnail to find my thumbnail app again, to be able to open it from Google Play. Such a pain in the butt. Tell you, all this tech is enough to drive anyone nuts. And if you're creating content for YouTube, it is a constant struggle. I don't know. I know with experience you get better at things, but it does take some time. And it seems like sometimes I get there eventually, but then I forget how I got there the next time I go to do it. So I need to stop when I'm learning something new, write it down so that I know what to do and what order I did it in. But yeah, the thumbnail app, I'm like, I have to, you have to like, it's just like ice skating up a hill. It really is. Okay, let me look and see. I don't see the cost of it. If you look up KineMaster on Google Play, it should show for you. Let me go to subscriptions. I think I got a subscription. Oh, I forgot I signed up again for Google Play. I don't want to keep paying $10 a month. I'm barely using it. And I don't even have a tab for a thumbnail on my phone. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop that. So they're not a subscription for me. Where's it at? I know that I know that I know. Know that I know that I know. Oh. I know that I have a KineMaster membership or subscription, whatever you want to call it. Let me see if I can do it from Google. I'm thinking it was $30. Bev, I think it was $30. It says free, but the premium. Okay, I can go to manage subscriptions, and it's not showing there. I've already paid for the year, so I want to say it was either $15 or $30. Okay, I'll stop trying to get that perfect. Bad about that. Thumbs up. Thank you, Bev. Yes, thumbs up me. I don't either. Crystal is a Wonder Woman. Yes, she is. I think her hubby helps a lot with the kids. Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. He's so supportive. They're just both a couple of beautiful people. I really appreciate them, and very generous. I think she had, last time I was on one of her lives watching, I think there was 800 some people in that chat. I don't know. It would be flying by so fast. I don't even know if I could answer any questions. But at least with StreamYard, I don't know what she uses, but at least with StreamYard, I can make it slow down a little bit and hover. YouTube's a big help for you, Bev, with all kinds of things like the DIY videos and stuff. Love it. Because we can all share with each other. And there's so many people, like if you can't afford to go out and get a personal piano teacher, there's probably people who teach piano on YouTube. You know, I'm wanting to learn mandolin and I'm left-handed. So I plan to watch some people either play facing me, facing the audience, be straight on. If they're right-handed, I can watch them and hopefully learn to play mirror imaging them. I've never been musically inclined ever. And I took piano lessons briefly as a child when I was like 8. And she would tap my wrist with the pencil every time I dropped my wrist down. So I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. I don't like it. I want to be outside playing. Bod posted a pic of her, maybe a senior pic on Instagram, and she hasn't aged a second. Crystal posted a picture of herself, and she hasn't aged a second. She started like, what was it, 2011, 2009, 8, something like that. But yeah, she's so pretty. I just love her. She's a beautiful person inside and out. All kinds of things on YouTube. D says you don't either. Okay, we got that one. Tutorials for you, D. Yeah, all the way for sure. Yeah, we had a good day with Mom Dusty. It was so nice. Dusty says, I'm good, honey. Honey bunny. Greenie says, how I adore that voice. Whose voice? Hopefully not mine. Greenie, if so, you better get y'all ears checked. There's some people's voices, like I could listen to them read a manual, and I'm just like, cool. You know, just because I love their voice. Fiber Spider is one of them. Like, I love hearing his voice, and he's just so sweet. Maples, Dusty says. Close your eyes when Jennifer's husband goes on. Danny. So true, D. Denisha told Granny D to close her eyes when you came on the screen. Babe, he's busy watching a movie with his earbud in. He's not paying any mind. Cutting okra and watching a movie on his phone. Elms have helicopters. Okay, it's the elms. All right, I'm going to try to remember that. Not that I'll probably ever talk about them again. But yeah, we had 2 elms in our yard then when I was a kid. Squirrels love the helicopters. They eat the helicopter seeds, the maple seeds. Hi, Elisa. So glad to have you. Elisa, no quizzes tonight, so you're not going to get in trouble. He was starting to get fierce about that. I'm like, babe, back down, back down. It's just a game. A catch 22. Oh, okay. So it's not a 42. Catch 42 sounds like it'd be worse, way worse. Catch 22. You found the KineMaster? Is that what you're saying, Bev? Good. Handmade designs. I've seen you around somewhere. I don't know if it was one of your videos or what, or if we weren't alive together. I've been all over YouTube, been going house to house. You left me a comment, handmade designs, I think. Oh, my memory. Y'all, I was looking at, like, being a nurse. I know that there's a difference between dementia and Alzheimer's. My grandpa had both, and I took care of him way before I got my nursing degree. But at heart, I've always been a nurse and a caregiver, and have always loved learning about the body and nature and science and stuff. Well, my grandpa had both Alzheimer's and dementia. Hi, Linda. And so then that was the first time I learned there was a difference, because before that I thought they were all the same, that they were both the same. And I was looking up dementia the other day and wanted to see if there's any kind of new information out there about it. And it gave the definition on Google, and it mentions, and it's from a medical site that they referenced it from, but it mentions that dementia affects 2 or more functions of the brain. And one is memory. Let's see, what's the other one? I forgot. Memory and judgment. And I'm thinking, who doesn't have problems with memory and judgment? You know, it has to affect 2 or more functions of the brain. And there's several functions of the brain, but 2 out of the list that they give, I'm just like, then we all have dementia, some sort of dementia. It's just different stage, I guess, because dementia comes on slow. Alzheimer's comes on a little quicker and has a faster disease process, but dementia has a slower disease process. So it just gets a little worse. And then you might see a marked difference. And sometimes they'll get Alzheimer's on top of that. So, but Alzheimer's, dementia is pretty much just a group of symptoms. It's not a specific disease or disorder. And I'm like, well, I learned something today as a nurse. You know, I've been a nurse for 5 years. I'm like, wow, they taught us in school, that Alzheimer's has a lot of the same characteristics as dementia, but that makes dementia sound like a whole different disorder or disease. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has researched that, but that was kind of interesting to me. Linda says, hey, Jen and Abby and everyone. So glad you came, Linda. Megan says, Mr. Bod and hubby are like peas in a pod with the support of buying yarn. Yes. Abby's the same way. I thought he was going to talk me down on our trip to Chicago, and because we were running out of yarn, and some of the Hobby Lobbies weren't even having any clearance yet, even though it was close to that deadline. They were supposed to put it out, start putting clearance yarn out by August 24th this year. And some of them hadn't been doing it, hadn't been doing any of it at all, and didn't know when they were going to get around to it. So when we went up to Chicago for something else, we went ahead and went to some Hobby Lobbies, 3 in Chicago and 1 just south of Gary. I thought Abby was going to talk me down, and he did not. So I was looking at some of the clearance yarn, and next thing you know, I turn around, and there he is trying on a yarnologist hat. I'm like, that's awesome. Too cool. It's fun to be able to do something with somebody that you're close to, have that common bond, or at least, be with someone. If you're going to be in a relationship, at least knowing that person wants to enjoy something together and have that connection with you, and they at least try. That's a big, plus if you have that type of person in your life, be it a friend or a relative or a spouse. That's really nice. Abby, you do need to get back to stitching on my thing that you started. I want it for Christmas.
No problem. I will make it.
I hope so. I haven't seen you touch it. I don't even know where we put the bag now.
I'll try. I'll check it.
Where's your project bag? Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
You do know where it's at? The bag?
I washed the bag already.
You washed it?
Oh.
He can't do anything because he's got slimy okra and a knife in his hand. Instead of pointing, he went pointing at the wall. You're so cute, babe. It's over there. Heading out for a smoke. That's all right, Dusty. You do your thing, girlfriend. Denny said, Megan, how old is the baby? Yeah, we didn't hear that yet. You love Fiber Spider, Denny. I do too. He's so nice. Granny Awa. She said, your hubby, Abby. Exclamation marks. I so have a crush on him, but I won't take him away. Not that I could, haha, as I love you too. Oh, I love you too, Dee. I know you wouldn't take my man. Amora, my daughter, the one you guys, I don't know if you've watched my channel long, but there's Amora's been on a couple of my videos, my granddaughter, and she's 3 now. I just about choked on my spit. Sandy's in the house. Hi, Sandy. And Joe, oh my goodness. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Joe said, Abby, hey, Abby, Cola is here. Cola Joe, you gave him his name, Cola.
Oh.
Cola Joe's in the house.
How are you?
Sandy says, hi, honey. Beautiful Sandy. Yes, she is. Did I miss anybody? That boy that went flying when you guys came in. Woo! I think chat is like slow streaming from YouTube. Denny says cuckoo. 20 months old. Aw. I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. I don't have a mouse for my computer, y'all. I got sick of it laying around. I don't like using my computer. And now I'm like, I think I need a better computer that'll hold more storage, because I try to download and save my videos from YouTube and put them on a thumb drive, and it would just make it a whole lot easier to do that and all this stuff here. So anyways, Amora, we were, what was I going to tell you about her? Oh, her song she sang the other day. We went over to their house the other night and had dinner and worked on some stuff, and she was singing Dolly Parton's Jolene. She's so cute. Her mom's got her on video too. And she's like, Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take my father, Jolene. My father. Please don't take my father, Jolene. She's so cute. Jolene. She really gets into it. And her mom, after Olive Garden today, her mom and I talked on the phone, and she said, well, I'm going to get off here. I got to put Dolly on for Amora. Amora's got an old soul, as they say. She's something else. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Okay, so I can use this here. Okay, I'll just use that down arrow. That's a lot easier than trying to hold the slider with 2 fingers. 20 months old tomorrow. They grow up before you know it. Is that your only child, Megan? See who else is in the house. Don't think I've missed anybody else. Tanya's in the house. Anybody want to come up? I posted the link. Let me see if I can do it again real quick. You come on up. Sing, do your thing. There's the link again. Right? Right, D? Can't imagine a little one singing Jolene. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. Her mom likes country, but I don't know what station that would be on. So she must have played Dolly. I don't know, somehow. Maybe through YouTube or something. And Amora picked it up. I don't know. Amora's something else, though. I'll tell you what. She cried when we left the other night. She got upset because Abby opened the storm door, and that's her job. When she's seeing you out of the house, she opens the storm door for you. So it just broke her heart. And then we got her, he went over to her. She'd run off into the living room crying because he was like, no, no, no. Like he didn't want her going outside. She didn't have her shoes on. It was getting chilly. And she just started bawling when he wouldn't let her open the door, the storm door. So he went and chased her in the living room, tracked her down. And he's like, you can come open the door. Come on, come open the door for me. Come on. Said to coax her back out of the hallway, living room, and get her to come back in there. Hi, Tanya. So glad to see you guys. Love you too. Untangling yarn. Right? Oh. One time I was knitting this shawl, and it was a pretty lacy shawl. So I had a lot of lace worked up on those needles. And this puppy I had, he'd gotten into my bag and pulled it out while I was gone. Did me the favor of getting it all messed up. I mean, it was just fingering weight yarn in a big mess and a big pile. Some of Tiny's not coming up. Yay. Give me just a sec, Tiny. Let me finish this stupid story. But I come back home and it was just a mess. I mean, a mess. There was runs in the knitting. So I had to figure out which one was the lowest, which one started the run first. So I had to unravel it all, and I kept fluffing at the pile of yarn. And there was like 4 different clumps of tangles. So it went clump to clump to clump to clump. And it took me, remarkably, it took me only about 2 hours to get that all undone. And it was probably close to 200 to 300 yards of yarn. So yeah, and it was expensive stuff. Otherwise I would have just tossed it just in the trash. To the trash with ya. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else. If anybody has a question for me, do me a favor and put 3 question marks in front of your comment. So question mark, question mark, question mark, then the question, because I don't want to miss anybody's questions tonight. And I'm bad about keeping up with chat, especially if we're gonna get Tanya up on the board here, up on the panel. So if you put 3 question marks, I can scroll through there and go back to the questions that are there. Okay, I think we're good. Your Liam, is that Liam? Is a Queen and Fleetwood Mac fan. Yeah, they got some songs I used to really jam to. He is a solo baby. Ah, well, soak it up, girl. They grow up so fast. They really do. Let me add Tanya. Lady Tanya's in the house. See if I can do this right. No sooner I tap it twice, I'll accidentally tap it again, and it'll hit remove. Well, there it goes. I'm not seeing you. It's supposed to be a divided screen. Okay. Maybe I only need to tap it once. I'm going to get this. Come on.
Hey. I'm here.
What's wrong?
I'm here, I'm trying.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
I'm here.
Why is it doing? Okay, I can hear you now. Gotcha.
Okay, got me. How you doing today?
How's your day?
It's going good.
Oh, tired. We've had a lot going on today.
Huh? I said I'm just preparing dinner.
You're preparing for what?
Dinner.
What are you cooking? What are you cooking? I'll be right over.
I'm doing smothered sirloin chops with fresh squash, yellow squash, and a few fresh green beans and some rice. And I think I'm gonna make a banana pudding.
Ooh, with vanilla wafers in it?
Yes.
Oh, yum, yum. Banana pudding. Okay. Yeah, my mom used to fix that all the time and use the vanilla wafers. And it was always hard for me to wait, just wait for the stuff to get
Yeah,
where it's
I
not
know,
hard.
right?
Right. And I
I
don't like it
know.
as much when the wafers are still hard. So it was always
Yeah,
hard for me to wait.
yeah, it
I've
is.
not always been the most patient person, that's for sure. When it came to treats like
Yeah.
that, I wanted fast stuff like no bake cookies. I used to or not bake those,
Really?
but make those a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. Mom would come home. I Megan's gonna come up too. Cool. Hi, Megan. Mom would come home from work after I'd been babysitting two of my friends that were 4 years
Uh-huh.
younger than me. We did gymnastics in the yard together and stuff and played games and would watch like
Oh,
movies
okay.
like Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She'd
Yeah.
come home after a day of that. She'd come home from work and there'd be like 5 plates of no bake cookies in the refrigerator.
Oh my God.
She'd be like, "Why are you making this many cookies?" But that's what the recipe called for, and I didn't know how to cut it yet. Let's get
Oh, okay.
Megan up here.
I just wanted to
More the merrier. See if I can do it right this time.
I just wanted to come up for a few minutes unchained because yesterday I told you if you went live, I was gonna come up here. So I know you probably
Yep.
thought I forgot, but I want to let you know I
No,
am a woman
I didn't.
of my word.
I didn't.
So
I didn't forget.
I
I
just
wouldn't
jumped
hold you
up here.
to it.
Yeah, I just jumped up here real quick to say hi and bravo to going live. You're doing real good. So just
Thank
keep
you.
talking to the chat. You'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
I
so the other
hopefully I'll
person
get
can.
better.
I'm gonna move so the other person can come up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love you bunches.
All right. Thanks for coming,
I'll see you
Tanya.
in the
I
chat.
appreciate you.
Okay.
Love you too, babe.
Bye.
Maybe we'll see you at Terrence over at Terrence's house tonight at 8. We'll see. All right. See if I can get Megan here. I gotta learn to manage the StreamYard, y'all. I don't know which way to. Okay, that's better. Megan, what's up? Aw. He's only 20 months. He's so big.
He's tall.
Yeah. Do you have your mic on? There you are. Okay. Yeah, he does look tall. 20 months.
my
Wow,
goodness.
he's big for 20 months.
Come here.
They
Come
grow up
here.
so fast.
You gonna come say hi? Say hi, shy boy. Come here. Well, apparently not.
Yeah, they'll be all rambunctious and then all of a sudden turn shy on you. Oh, other people are watching me. His name is Liam. Aw, that's a cool name.
It's
I
William.
like some
We call
Liam
him William.
Neeson movies. Yeah. Oh. Well, is Liam a nickname for William? I didn't know that. I never thought about that. I knew Bill is. That's an
Yeah,
obvious
4
one.
letters.
I didn't know Liam was a nickname. Yeah, it makes sense. I just never associated it with it. That's cool.
Come here.
Everybody still here? Oh, Dusty's got to leave. Bye, Dusty Cat. Love you. Have a good night. Oh, we just lost Megan. All right. If y'all still here, just keep chatting. Sandy says, "Hey, Miranda, sweetheart." Did I miss Miranda? I thought that was Megan. I'm getting my people confused. Sandy, you better keep me in line. I don't know how you do this. Cuckoo Crazy Crochet is in the house. Cuckoo. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys very long. I don't want to bore you, and I'm not here just to get hours, but Terrence Trower has a live tonight at 8, I think. At least it is Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what it would be in your area, but good worship service and time for fellowship together if y'all get a chance to go. Minister of Music, Terrence Trower, Trower. If you're not familiar with that channel, he's does a lot of worship music and plays I want to call it a xylophone. I know it's not a xylophone. One of those electric pianos. Keyboard. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Keyboard. You have to go in a minute. Okay. It's okay, Bev. I understand. Let me show you that trick before you take off, okay? Hopefully you can see. Can we see my? You can kind of see. I'll try to keep it on center there with the camera. All right. So what you do is you go to KineMaster. You open your KineMaster app. You'll get a screen. See if it comes up. All my projects came up, but I started to make do a recording of my screen as I did it and talk people through the process, and then save that video and re-upload it into YouTube. But I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to do all that. I'll just show you real quick right here. When you get to a part you can slide your video back and forth. You get to a part where you want to zoom in. Looks like I cut a bunch of that one off. Let me, yeah, I can't do that. Let me find a spot where I want to zoom in a little bit. But what you'll do is you'll just tap on the screen. So say I want to zoom in on my hand right there. Tap on it. It's going to highlight that film reel, that section right there. You're going to go up here. See this square and a square? It's next to the scissor, and the scissors and the speaker button up at the top right there. Let me hit that. Once you tap that, then you're going to see, it's hard to see which way I need to go. You'll get the image pan and zoom at the top, right up, up here, pan and zoom. And then you're going to check both of those by clicking those 3 bars right here, 2 or 3 bars. So we'll click that, and then you get that red line. So that tells you you're going to be able to zoom anywhere within that video. Or you could do it in segments. So if you want to stop on a different frame, you just stop on a different frame. So at that point, once you get that highlighted, then you can do this and move it around, but it will come off of the center of the frame. Let me just show you here. Gotta get my fingers in the right spot. Zooming in. Zoom back out. So you want to get closer or further away from your hands. That's how you do it. And then when you're done, with the sections that you want to do, then you hit that check mark. Where am I at? Where am I at? Right here. So you would hit that check mark. Am I not getting the right spot? Hit the check mark. Come on. So that will save it to where it's zoomed in. See my fingers? It stayed when I hit the check mark. I'm way off. Boy, this is even harder than trying to make a whole new video on it. So after that, Bev, once you're happy and you've edited everything you want to do, there's tons of stuff you can do in this KineMaster app. You can go here and add some layering. You can hit the T for text and put a box, like an overlay of text in there. If you want to put a note in, say you forgot to say something in the video, just do some pop-up text. You can add another image over the screen. Trying to navigate this, it's like mirror image of what I'm seeing on my screen here right now in the computer. So I want to add her. Just go. Click on the one you want to add. And there you go. So you can add a picture. Say I had a project I wanted to show. To go run and get a project, or say maybe you gave it away as a gift and you no longer have that, you can put that picture in that screen. So sometimes I'll be like, I'll do my This Week in WIPs or my favorite patterns and share them with people. Instead of running and getting the physical paper pattern, you can put a picture within the frame later when you edit. So you could say, this is such and such, one of my favorite tutorials or one of my favorite channels I watch right here. And then later on, get a picture of that, such and such you want to put up there, and your hand is holding it. It's kind of cool. I love it. All right. What app is it? Linda, it's the KineMaster, KineMaster. It looks like KineMaster, like cattle kind. It's either 15 or 30 some dollars for a year, available through the Google Play, and it works great on my Android. Your phone went crazy. Hey, I know what that's like, Megan. I know what that's like. Bev, if you have to leave, it was nice getting to meet you and chat on my own channel. I know we've talked on the other channels yesterday, I think, or the day before. Stay in touch. Come and see me. Come to my house, and I'll come to yours. Get some lives going. It helps you with your hours, from what I hear. From what I hear, everybody's doing lives to get caught up with their hours and stuff if they want to get monetized. So those help. Big difference from a xylophone. Yeah, xylophone's got the little wooden mallets. I liked playing that in music class. Maybe I'll think about that, about getting one of those. Right now, I'm wanting a mandolin, and I always call it a mandala because of mandala yarn. So I want to buy me a mandala to play. All right. I probably need to get off here now and eat some dinner and do a little stitching before, unless you guys want to just chit chat, and I'll just grab myself a bite to eat. I'm thirsty, I need to eat. Abby, you want to come say hi to everybody? Okay. He's trying to get the little bit of okra off the knife. It's sticking to everything. Everybody always asks me if I eat Abby's food that he makes. The answer is I've tried it, but no. And I don't mean it in a mean way. It is just too spicy for me. He uses this red sauce, and it's got like palm oil in it, I think, if I understood him right. And it's just too hot. I can't do real spicy food at all. You too, Linda. Yeah. Signing off. Bye, Linda. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Abby said, thanks for coming. You need your chair. Abby's going to come on and talk to you guys. Bev, if you're still here, give me a thumbs up here. Let me know. I'll tell you a little bit more about the KineMaster app if you're interested. Mary's leaving. Oh, no, Mary's saying goodbye to Linda. Bye, Linda. I always feel bad, Dee, because when I'm in a chat, and it's just not realistic when I go on someone else's chat, and maybe everybody else has been in there a while, and I'm always late getting there most of the time. And I'm just like, to say hi to everybody can get quite, and I feel like it could distract the host. Like, I want to say hi to everyone, but everybody, I'll go in and say hi, host, hi, all. If I'm really late, sometimes I don't even say that. I'll just pop in and start talking. But I'm not good with the whole chat etiquette thing, because I've not been doing live chats very long. Like, I've not been in a lot of live chats, so I don't want to be like rude, unintentionally even. And so I'm just like, what do I do? You don't have time. If I go in there and say hi, everybody, and then one specific person or two or three people will say, hey, Unchained, then I feel bad if I don't call them out by name and say hi again. And I don't want to like hog the chat room. It's just like, I don't want to try to like look like I'm dominating because I surely don't want to, and I don't want to distract the host.
No, that won't be a problem. If anybody, I know sometimes it's not easy to know everybody's name. Sometimes anybody guess you don't know the name, you say, "Oh, I Tolulope, I Ewa, I Sola." Just give him any African name that come to your name to come to your mind.
He says just give him any African name. So if you don't know somebody's name and you pop into their chat, just call them anything African.
So say, "Hey, what are you talking about?" Say,
Who are you talking to? Everybody.
I'm
wonder.
sorry, that's your new name.
That's your new name. Oh, you're funny, baby.
So I think that's gonna be the solution. So
Stay calm, Granny Awa.
just yeah.
Mary said, "Stay calm, Granny Awa." Telling D. She said, "Granny Awa says hello, Abby." And Awa says, "Sure will, Mary. No, it doesn't bother me."
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So I'm sorry. I'm just trying to cut
Your
to
okra.
cut my okra. So just to make some okra and some vegetable. So to put together. So that I'm trying to do. So
Isn't he adorable? He says vegetables. Then any vegetables he calls vegetables.
this vegetable.
I know, it is vegetable.
Mm-hmm. Okra is vegetable. So
I think Abby would do good having like a Nigerian cooking channel. I think that would be interesting.
So anybody want to go for that?
The main piece of, yes, do tell me, Dee. I need to know these things. I've tried looking at other videos and it's just like, I don't know. I know different rooms operate a little differently, but I just need the basics. Say hello to the host, hostess, and then whatever from there. Yeah, I agree. Then I kind of feel bad. Like if I sit there and watch and I don't comment for a while, I want to be sure it's a chat. I want to stay in one before I comment. You know, if it's not a topic I want to talk about, or I feel like it could be hurtful to people, then I try to sit on the sideline to try and not get involved in all that. I don't like any drama. In the kitchen with Abby. She said that would be great to have your channel, have it be in the kitchen with Abby. It would be pretty cool. We'd have to get a bigger setup, I think. And even like right now, I have all the kitchen lights on, the pendant lights, the puck lights on both sides of the kitchen. Like there are 3 different switches for all of it. And it's still, we look kind of dark. Doesn't do anything to help these circles around my eyes either. I look even tireder than tired. Yeah. I feel bad if I sit and wait, Dee. Wait for before speaking in chat. Like I feel like I'm a lurker, which you are until you say something. You're just lurking. But sometimes it's like I don't want to get involved in all that. I want to wait, so I'll wait. And then if something boils up inside me, like yesterday, there was this particular chat on this live chat that somebody had, and I was a little bit familiar with some of the background. So I was like, I got to where I'm like, okay, I got to just say this and get it off my mind, get off my chest. And, you know, I didn't say a whole lot. There was a lot of people in there, but it's just a situation where I wish that we could all just get along and, you know, golden rule kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't want to be fake. You know, if I think something's not right and if you feel like harm's being done to someone else's channel because of other people's behavior, you kind of feel like you need to step up and speak up. So see something, say something kind of deal. But then, you know, if there's not anybody else other than that channel that knows about something, and that wasn't the case. So yeah, I'm going to say something and not frequent someone else's channel that I feel, you know, strongly about. You know, I don't know. It's just my thoughts on it. I just want good content. If I'm going to tune into something, I want it to be good content and not just someone trying to tell everybody else how to live their life and define everybody else's behaviors. I'm trying to look at myself and my own behaviors first. I don't know, just me.
And everybody should prepare special grace of God, next year summer, we're going to pick a place, maybe Florida, North Carolina, whatever. Everybody's going to come there. We're going to make an arrangement for a vacation at the same time.
Vacations. We're all going on a vacation. On your dime?
Everybody on this.
On your dime, that means you pay for it.
No, that's why I said they should start planning for it now. So everybody just start planning for it. We're going to pick a date. Then we're going to go to there together.
Okay. Now I have thoughts about that because I was thinking it would be really awesome. Sometimes you don't comment, but you thumbs up. Yeah, that's good. And we're not meant to comment on every little subject that people are chatting about anyway, and sometimes I talk too much. Of course, we all do from time to time. Chat. But I was thinking it would be really awesome if we had like a crochet retreat or a stitching retreat, just for people on YouTube. Maybe have a small one first and have it be just certain whoever wants to participate, like that do crochet or knitting content, probably just crochet just to keep it smaller first time. Have a retreat, and exchange ideas. Maybe have somebody who's very experienced come and talk, give pointers, things like that, and just enjoy time together in real life setting as opposed to all this online stuff. And then, grow that a little bit and get it to where it's a larger retreat, but still more intimate than you would have if you went to some big like Stitches West or, some big event. But keep it small, a limited number of people that can go at one time. I think that would be really cool. A bigger meetup, basically.
Right. Then when we do that in US, we start from US, from the US to Africa.
He dreams big, so he's already got his planning to go to Nigeria.
So everybody's getting ready for Nigeria, okay?
From the moment Abby and I started dating and getting serious with our relationship, he started asking everybody in my family when he met them and started talking to them, do you want to go to Nigeria? Asking my granddaughter, you want to go to Nigeria? I'm just like, no, babe, not yet. Not yet.
Everybody's ready for that. So it's going to be you're going to enjoy yourself. So I'm going to be the host. So
you'll be the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free food, free accommodation. That's it.
Just have to pay your ticket.
Just pay your ticket.
Get your ticket to ride. I got a ticket to ride. You gonna sing with me?
Yeah.
I got a ticket to ride.
I got a ticket. Say it again.
I got a ticket to ride.
I got a ticket to ride.
I got a ticket to ride.
I get a ticket to ride.
Oh, it's so cute the other night. I think it was, I want to say it was either, I don't know, it was one of these channels I've been on recently, new to me channels. And I think it was Terrence Trower, or might have been on Joe Sports Ministries. And Abby had come through the room and heard somebody singing. I don't know, maybe it was another channel because we sing a lot. And he heard somebody singing a worship song, and he's just passing through the living room. And he starts singing it in your room. It was really cool. A retreat would be fab, Dee says. Going to Nigeria would be fantastic. Hey, you got somebody on board for Nigeria.
Right.
Awa wants to go to Nigeria.
Right. Right. Remember you have a lady in Kenya?
A lady in Kenya?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
That lady that stay in Kenya that we meet on YouTube.
Goodness.
You forgot?
I guess so.
No, the lady do crochet in Kenya. When she talk about Kenya, she said
on our other live we had?
I don't know, but there's one
Okay.
white lady in Kenya used to talk to you.
Well, on my channel?
I think it was China. By the time she talked to you like that,
I remember talking to somebody from Kenya,
yeah, it's a white lady.
but I don't remember where. Okay, what channel it was on.
It's
Free food and accommodations would be amazing. If you like hot food, D, they don't really hold the sauce because they cook with it too.
no free food.
Yeah, the Secret Yarneries, Kenya. Is that who you're thinking of? The lady, the blonde-haired lady, the white lady. You're right, D. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. I know that I've been chatting recently with somebody that was in Kenya. Yeah, the Secret Yarneries, Krista. She's from Kenya. Her and her husband and her kids live there. I need to grab a different drink. This coffee is just, I don't know. I think coffee dries my everything, but especially my mouth out. All right, I'll be back.
I don't know why she take more coffee. I think one cup of coffee is good a day. I don't know. So I think she is taking more coffee.
I usually drink more coffee, babe, because I just feel like I need it. Because if I'm dragging in the afternoon, then I want it as soon as I get home, and then I'm up all hours in the night. Well, not all hours, but I stay up a lot later. Oh, my knees are bad today. Did I tell you that, Ben? My knees were pretty good when I first got up today.
Oh.
Both of them were pretty good, but then sitting in the church pew for like an hour. Once I stood up, it's both of them are really bothering me now. It's hard to walk.
Sorry about that.
I better get Bailey a treat. I don't know. Bailey acts like she hasn't eaten anything. I think she needs some water.
Okay.
I'll be back. How many we got in the house now, D? I can't even see it. Looks like it's just us and Mary. We got D, we got Mary. Anybody else still here? It's okay. I like it small. Everybody's welcome, but I like it small. Here, Bailey. There's your water. Bailey.
Bailey, what are you doing? You just fat? Bailey, you want to mess up the house?
Oh, these knees.
That is Bailey.
Huh? What's Bailey? Let me move this back so we can both be seen. I think it'll show us both. I don't know. I don't want to sit leaning the whole time either.
Can somebody see me? Where I'm so bright, black and white.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Black and white. Tanya, she's still here. Hey, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya.
You're
so sweet.
Coming
up.
That is what we do in all these days. When I watch the TV, watch TV in the 80s, I see the black and white. Everybody is black and white on the TV. I say, huh? The TV is black and white.
In the 80s, you had black and white TVs?
Yeah.
In Nigeria?
Right.
That really doesn't surprise me, but.
Yeah. No,
when was the first time you seen a color TV like what we have?
I can't remember that, but I only remember the black and white.
Did you ever get a color TV in Nigeria?
Is it 80s? No, 70s. The black and white, I think, is 70s. But it's 80s, yeah, 80s. Early 80s.
Early 80s is the first time you seen a color TV?
No, I'm talking about black and white. I don't remember I can't remember the color TV. I don't know.
We've had color TV. I don't know how long, How long we had color TV here in the States? Like since, let's see, Leave It to Beaver was the 50s, right? That was still black and white, I think. It's been a while since I watched the Beav.
Sometimes my daddy TV, sometimes I use my hand to control the TV. Sometimes if the TV don't work again, I will knock the head. Pa, 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 pa. There's
the static.
Starts working again.
Okay, Dee's got to go. She switched to tea, doesn't drink coffee anymore. And she's going to go eat. You haven't eaten anything yet? Sound like me. When I don't work, I don't eat very much at all. Crystal's live? Oh, cool. Gotta go. That's okay. We'll see you later, Dee. Thanks for coming. Have a good night, hon.
Thank you for coming.
Love you. Go see her, Adam. I probably will, Dee, but I don't know if you're still here. That's a really hard live for me to watch because I can't keep up with the comments. I'm always having to slow down, and then the video on my TV screen is always different than where they're actually talking on the chat line, you know, that kind of deal. But I like to watch her. I usually enjoy the replay of her lives better because of that. I don't know how she keeps up with the chat at all. Have a good night, Dee, sweetheart. How much okra are you cutting up, baby?
I'm done. This is the last one.
Tanya's probably still cooking. You still cooking, Tanya? Of course, your hands are probably full and you can't answer. You feel the same way, Mary? Yeah. You know, and I wonder, and I'm not saying this is going to happen to Crystal at all, and I don't want it to. I'm not the type, I don't feel like we are all competing with each other. And I think that's a bad mindset to have, to always be looking at your numbers, always comparing yourself to someone else's success or their failure, you know, seeing where you measure up. But I'll say this is my thought about growing as a channel. People who want to be monetized, you need to grow as a channel, obviously, to get monetized. But at some point, once you get so many subscribers, and I do think, I tell Crystal, I truly believe she's going to break 1 million soon. Because I think the more you get, the faster it goes, because people hear from word of mouth, and you get ranked higher in the SEO, the search engine optimization. And the way she's got her channel organized, it's very well. And she's got all her videos or tutorials in one playlist that people can, you know, really help her with watch hours. She's not going to be hurting for watch hours. But I just wonder, in general, with every kind of channel, the more subscribers you have, I just wonder if you're ever going to get to a point where it kind of is like the universe expanding and it just stops, kind of thing, like implodes and comes back. They say that's going to happen to the universe or a galaxy, that it'll just expand and get really big and then contract. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. I don't know how to research that, what to punch into YouTube or Google, how to phrase my question on growth rate or decline in the number of subscribers, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. Just my thought on it. Pink is in the house. Hey, Pinky.
Hey, Pinky. You're welcome, Pinky.
Yeah, I don't think you've been up when I've been on Tanya's channel and Latrice's channel. Latrice is Pink.
Oh.
Pink, you asked whose books I got coming. All 5 of yours, including I don't know if it's audiobook or it must be on CD or something, because it's a physical separate order. It's not a download. It's not Kindle. But all 5 of yours, I'm really interested in your book. The one, I don't even want to say the title wrong, but I don't remember. It's something about From Victim to Victor or something like that. Yes, Tanya. Are all your videos on one playlist, Tanya? If not, you should put them all on one playlist so that people want to show you some love. They can do that. And easily. Cutting up onions for your yellow squash. I've never put onions in squash. Mary's eating pizza. I'm really bad about getting pizza and not finishing it, and it'll go bad in the refrigerator. But Abby doesn't eat pork, so if I get my favorite toppings, it's not. I just try to get a smaller medium.
Pork doesn't like me. That's why.
He said pork doesn't like him. that reminds me, I got some pre-cooked bacon. Y'all, I don't know if you've ever tried the pre-cooked bacon stuff, but it's perfect. Like, I love it. And it's just so easy. You cut the bag open, and I've been getting Kroger brand pre-cooked bacon, and it tastes just as good as Oscar Mayer when you cook it up. And it's just the right, I don't know if you like it crunchy or tender, but to me, I like them still kind of flimsy, but not chewy. It's kind of right in the middle. It's really good. And, ooh, that reminds me. I'm going to eat on camera tonight. I love the Werther's soft caramel. Roll up a piece of bacon, cooked, of course. Nobody wants no trichinosis. Put it on one side of your mouth, and then put a Werther's soft caramel on the other side, and then just start chewing. And then they come together. And it's so, it's like almost like a brisket kind of deal. It's so yum, yum. I got to get the hang of this following chat on StreamYard. From victim to victory. Okay. That was close. I just left off the Y. That's the one I really can't wait to read it. And I don't know, but Pink Lemonade, and the one that's Pink Lemonade something, that just, the title of it in and of itself, like Pink Lemonade seems kind of retro, like maybe it's got some memoir type stories in it. And that's my favorite genre of books to read is memoirs. And I don't care, like I've read some that are really, really sad and finished them just because I feel like if I bought their book and they're telling me their life story, either you're on board or you're not. And I feel like once you get so deep into hearing their story that you need to just finish that book and see how their story, how it got better for them in life. Because obviously they've written a book, they feel comfortable enough in their skin to share. Babe, talk about sharing. Baby, you're going to the bathroom. It didn't show anything, but I can see you standing in the bathroom in front of the toilet. Talk about some sharing. But yeah, I feel like if somebody starts opening up to you, and these people that write memoirs, they have opened up so much to the criticism and everything, but I just feel like, I don't know, either you're on board or you're not. And if you start a book, you just read it. There's sometimes I've skipped over some really sad stories that have started to make me cry, and I'm just like, I can't do it right now. So I'll put it down for a while and then maybe later go back to it. Because we all hurt, and some people have gone through worse things than others that scar them, and could be for life. Doesn't have to be, but we all have experiences like that. Just part of being human. But I feel somewhat obligated if I buy the book and I start reading it, or if I get it from the library, just to finish it. And I don't know. It's just me. They're never going to know if you finished it or not. But that's just how I do. I think I will. I think I will enjoy them. Mary says, I always love getting syrup on. Yes, getting syrup on the bacon is delicious. And sausage links and sausage patties. Syrup is good on a lot of stuff. Just like the movie Elf. You should have seen Abby's face the first time he watched that with me. He's just laughing. He was putting chocolate syrup on everything. I'm that way with maple syrup. Like, it goes with so much. I like to make toast and get it kind of crispy and put peanut butter on it and slather the peanut butter on there and then put a bunch of maple syrup on it. I love it. Once in a while. I don't know where I got that from. The phone is listening in. My Bixby is talking to me, and she said, I didn't understand that. I didn't say anything to you. She repeated what I just said. She's copying me. I didn't understand that, she said again. Stop copying me. Shut up. These phones, I'll tell you what. One night, me and Abby had started to argue a little bit. We don't fight, but we started to argue a little bit, and I'm just like, you know, when it started to get to the point where I was like, no, babe, just listen for a minute, you know, and the other day you said this and now this. And the phone was sitting next to me on the recliner. And she started saying that too. Maybe because I'm raising my voice, it's triggered. I don't know. I think she gets triggered and says, I didn't understand that. So that's what she said when I was talking to Abby that night. We started to have a disagreement. So I'm just like, really? These phones can be so intrusive. It's just like, shut up, stop listening to everything. You don't need to hear it. Or I would push the button and let you know, hey, Bigsby, this or that. You know, it does. Here she is again. I didn't even push the button. And it says, she's not a shell again. That's what she heard me. She's not a shell again. Really? I didn't even turn it on. I pressed no buttons, and there she goes. I couldn't understand that. Here are some services you can try. I'll tell you, try. Bye-bye. Just raising your voice might trigger the Bigsby on a Galaxy phone. Just saying. My pleasure, Pink, getting those books. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we all, we get scared to tell people our story about ourselves. And I feel like we can all benefit from each other in some ways. I don't expect people to share everything about themselves. I don't have things I feel comfortable sharing with every person, and I don't think you should. Nobody needs to know your whole life story. But we all have, certain experiences that if you hadn't shared, you would have never known that someone else went through the same thing. And or maybe you could share your story with someone, especially someone that's younger than you, and they can remember, like my kids. I told my daughter, we went around the room at her bridal shower, and they had us tell her our best advice. And my best advice I had for her at the time, I was going through a whole lot of stuff and had an atheist boyfriend at that time for like 2.5 years or so. And he was a very negative person. And it really was frustrating for me and very stressful. And to the point it was making me sick. But my best advice to my oldest daughter was, don't make the same mistakes your mother made. Don't learn from your mother, even if you have a parent like my dad and I. We didn't have the best relationship. I don't know if you guys can hear him running the water. Sorry. But yeah, even then, I still learned a lot from my dad. Even if you don't have that perfect relationship, there's no perfect relationship, but we all have something to learn from each other. And even the negative things that people do, we can learn from. My face is beet red. It does look really red in here. It is. I'm feeling a little warm. Mary, who said that? Yeah, Mary. I am starting to think I'm definitely both show perimenopausal now. And I'm not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to it. I just want to be done with the whole matter. I want Aunt Flo just to bye-bye and never see her again. My feelings wouldn't be hurt in the slightest. Cut, tied, and fried. We talked about that. It was last night, yesterday, whenever it was. Cut, tied, and fried. Oh, I'm done with Flo. But yeah, sometimes my face just all of a sudden it'll just feel so hot. It doesn't feel hot right now. It feels hot, not to the touch, but the other kind of hot, when you just get hot all of a sudden. And then the rest of me can be ice cold. One day my face just got beet red and hot, and my hands and feet were ice cold. Technology is kind of frightening. Oh, yes, it is, Mary. It is. And there's so much that people really aren't aware of that our military has. And when you think about it, I'll tell you about this other channel I watch once in a while. He's very insightful and has researched a lot of it. because he used to work some in telecommunications. So that kind of triggered him to start really studying what all is out there, what the capabilities are, and what they have the technology to do. So anyway, there's so much out there that can be done with technology, and it can be, I don't want to say it is frightening. It can be frightening, but just like the book, and I've never read the book, never seen the movie. The movie looks kind of hokey. Like I started to watch it one day, the old original version. I think it was original. I think they've had a remake or two of it, but Brave New World. We are living in a Brave New World scenario. That's where we're at with our society. And every device that we have can be hacked and controlled remotely. And like just yesterday, I was at work and my husband was here at the house and he started watching the movie, and I could see he was watching the movie because I was on we're logged in on the TV under Unchained Crochet, and I'm logged in on my phone under Unchained Crochet. So when I went into my history to find a video I started but didn't finish watching, when I went into the history, I see that there's a movie that was partially watched, and I knew that he had to be home watching that movie. So, Pink, I'm rotten. I text him and I said, babe, you're at home watching, what was that movie? Altitude. Babe, you're at home watching Altitude. And he texted me back and he said, how did you know what I am doing at home? So then I told him, I said, look at the TV and smile. Because smart TVs can be hacked. The FBI put out a warning last Christmas at the time that smart TVs that we purchase can be hacked. And yes, they can. And they do. They hack all over the place. Question is who's doing the hacking. So, it's just interesting. There's a channel called TMC. I don't know the guy's real first name. I don't think he has shared that. But they just call him TMC, Tom, Mary, Cat. And TMC, if you look up TMC, Big Tech, his show, he has his own channel. Some of his videos are up there, but he is a collaborator, I think, with Patriot Soapbox. And they talk a lot about the technology that's out now and how it can be used to spy on citizens. And it can. Plus, we have the Smith-Mundt Act, which basically that came in under Obama, that act. And I think it's a revised or revisited act from one of the world wars, maybe World War II. But they had said that the government, that it was legal for them to propagandize to the American citizens. So we are back at that stage where the government is allowed to promote propaganda to U.S. citizens. Why they want to do all that, I don't know. It beats me. I don't know. I don't know why people who are representing us and our country and our freedom could stand for that. I mean, that's totally goes against the Fourth Amendment kind of deal, and the freedom of speech, the freedom of thought. Even if you're being lied to, if propaganda is being pushed, then someone wants you to believe a certain mental thing. They want you to believe that something is worse than it is, or something that's out there that doesn't even exist. That kind of deal. That's the only thing I can think of why they would want to put forth lies to deceive their own citizens that they live with. We're a country, the decisions that are made in Congress, and all that, it's just like, you live here too, you should, the same thing with healthcare, whatever healthcare they have is the same healthcare that we should have. It should be done without difference. and they should have to live under the rules and things that they enact when they come out of office. And I think there should be term limits. Sorry, I'm going political here. But there should be term limits for congressmen and congresswomen. There is term limits for the president, but there should be term limits. And I don't even know about Supreme Court judges being, as far as I know, they're on, I don't know if they can be impeached, but they're on the Supreme Court for life, or can be until they decide they want to retire. Anyway, yeah, TMC's channel, if you guys get a chance to watch, it's very interesting to say the least. And the dude knows his stuff. Like a lot of the electronic type things he talks about, I don't fully understand the mechanisms by which they work, but it's pretty interesting. You're the only person that does not own a cell phone. Really, Mary? Wow. I doubt you're the only person you know. Yeah, I believe that. Almost everybody has a cell phone anymore. You feel for me, Mary. Why you feel for me? The phone eavesdropping. Oh, the menopause. Yeah. It's not. I hope it's a short process. I really, really do. I want to go through it, sweat my brains out, just be done with menopause. I don't want. I've heard so many women talk about it and the whole process and the hot flashes, and I'm just like, yeah. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Eve. Yeah. So anyway, Pinky's still in the house. Tanya, is the food ready? Is the food ready, Tanya? We ready to eat? I should have already left the house. Come over to Tanya's house. We'll do an Unchained raid. We'll just come in and have some dinner with you. Technology. Mary, my eyes keep falling on your comment there. Technology is kind of frightening. Yeah. It either is or it isn't. It just depends on who we're going to trust. And especially in the day and age we live in, it's hard to have any kind of faith or trust in humanity or people. And to know who really has integrity, who's got your back, that kind of thing. But when it comes to the technology, we're pretty much, I feel like we're living in a technocracy. And that tech companies are really, they're starting to, I'm really lagging or buffering on here. They're really starting to crack down on people and censor people. Like one person that was speaking out about stuff they didn't agree with politically, and they're a Trump supporter. One particular person I can think of, Laura Loomer, she had gotten totally censored by a bunch of companies, Twitter, Facebook, things like that, and they wouldn't let her back on there. And she didn't say anything terribly offensive to anyone personally. She's just standing up for what she believes to be right. She is vocalizing. She's, not out rioting or anything like that. She's vocalizing and practicing her First Amendment right, and probably some other amendments, other rights. But the civil liberties have really, it's just taken a toll on our liberties as citizens. But she and Alex Jones was another one I heard of. They both had problems with YouTube and other social media platforms, and basically got blackballed. And if I'm remembering right, Laura Loomer had to get a different bank because her bank had closed her account or something like that. So I mean, if it's getting to the point where we can't even do our banking, if our political or religious views differ and we speak out about what we believe and what we care about, those things in our country, where are things going here? How free are we? We're supposed to be, you know, a freedom loving country. Well, now it's a freedom thing if you just shut up. And it really shouldn't be that way. You know, and then you got riots and stuff, and I understand the hurt and the anger, and I'm tired of all the racism stuff too. But burning down buildings isn't going to help that situation. I don't know. I just wish we could all come together. Can't we all just crochet along? Can't we all just crochet along? I mean, we just need to find some common ground. And I feel like if people learn to just talk to each other civilly and look more for seeing the good things in people and each other, that it will be in a happier situation in this country and truly have freedom for all. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on in our country that I don't agree with. And I wonder if, you know, if we're going to suffer some of, you know, judgment from God for things that we've allowed to go on in this country for way too long. And it's sad. It was a few years ago, a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I had woken up and I told Abby, I'm like, I just have the worst feeling. I feel like something bad is about to happen. Something bad's going to happen to our country. And he's like what? What do you mean, babe? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I just have this feeling like something bad is about to happen to our country. And there's been several times I felt like that. And I pray that God just continues to give us all grace and forgiveness and mercy. And that we all learn to forgive each other for our trespasses. You know, forgive yourself, forgive others, and take it to the Lord. Yeah. One race. That's right, Mary. And that's, you know, I've said before, it's a label. Racism is a label for something that I believe doesn't really exist. We're all one race, and that's the human race, and all lives matter. No one's life matters more than anyone else's life. And, you know, I just pray that we make it to that point where we are stronger because we are loving each other, sharing with each other, find some commonality, look for the good in others, and encourage other people. You know, when they need a hand, give them a hand, share. And it's not just money, it's other things too. But not be so quick to judge someone by the color of their skin, how much they weigh, how much they don't weigh. There's lots of things. Their religion, their spirituality. There's some things that they're trying to get normalized. You know, all this sexualization of children, like Cuties on Netflix. I've not watched it, nor will I, because I'd already unsubscribed to Netflix after I'd heard about this movie. I think it's a regular movie and not a series. But I fact checked the report that I read on Google. This movie called Desire, and it's just disgusting. I fast forwarded to the particular scene that they had referenced in the article. Sure enough, yeah, it did portray what I would consider child pornography ideology. Could stir up somebody's mind to think those things. And I was just like, I'm done with Netflix. And now they've got that Cuties out, and I just hear it's just filth and I'm not going to pay not even $10 to Netflix for a month of service. I'm not going to pay $7. They're not getting another dime from me. They won't. I don't care how good a show is everybody rants and raves about. Oh, it's on Netflix. You got to see it. You got to see it. No, I don't. And if it's good enough, it's going to be out there somewhere else. I had gotten The Walking Dead 2 seasons off of YouTube. You know how much I paid per season since canceling Netflix? And I don't have regular cable. We just have Wi-Fi here. But I wanted to catch up on it and watch 2 seasons, $30 a season. So I paid $60 to watch 2 seasons of The Walking Dead on YouTube. And I would much rather pay an inflated price, get it somewhere else, than giving money to Netflix. I'm glad you're here, Kelly. I'm on a rant, Kelly. I'm on a rant. We won't be here much longer because I don't know about everybody else here. I know Pink's probably going to want to go, but and Tanya too, if they're able to catch. It's hard for me to remember his full YouTube name. Minister of Music Terrence Trower. Such good service, worship service together and pray together. And he's always got a message. You know, anybody can sing a song. Anybody, maybe not good by our ears or our standards, but anybody can sing a song. But to truly have something that God's given you and that you want to share with the world is something else. And he's got that something else. And I love the fellowship over there. And that's at 8 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So I do want to head over there in just a few. But what I missed. Your husband just retired, Mary. He's a field engineer in telecommunications. He would probably be real interested in what this man has to say. Oh, the TMC guy? Mm-hmm. He probably would. If he knows anything about how circuits work and how the telecommunications is run and operates, he'd probably get a real kick out of it. And TMC doesn't just spout a bunch of fear mongering. It's not about that. You know, he's sitting oftentimes, usually he does a screen share for his show, but sometimes he'll be talking on other shows on Patriot Soapbox. And you can see his face. So it's not about fear mongering where I'm scared of cameras and everybody's seeing me kind of thing and who could possibly be spying on my computer kind of deal. He puts himself out there and his face and all that stuff, and he just spells it out, and he will screen share on his show, The Big Tech by TMC. He'll screen share so you can see, and he also puts links up on their website, on Patriot Soapbox website. He'll put links to the information, and like he's got notes with links in it too, downloadable, I think. But you can watch on the screen as he pulls up different patents for all the tech stuff and different lawsuits. Like somebody, I don't remember the guy's name, but he had shown this particular lawsuit that's been filed with the courts. Somebody's suing, even China was mentioned, for crimes against humanity with technology. Different technology groups were all mentioned they're all the defendants. And I'm interested to follow that case and see where that goes because it seems like a very broad group of companies and even a huge country. I mean, China, y'all, there's a lot of people in China. And I don't know how that's going to go. I'm curious to find out what kind of evidence is brought before the court. I mean, if you're going to sue somebody, you've got to have evidence. You can't just get them. You're not going to get a judgment against a defendant without sufficient evidence. Whoever's prosecuting the case or whoever's overseeing the case, the litigants that are on the plaintiff side has to present evidence. There's got to be some kind of evidence of how they're violating human rights. And how Google is violating our HIPAA information, you know, how they're violating our right to privacy. So you've got to have evidence, and it's got to be an abundance of evidence for those kind of accusations. I mean, I just think it's going to be like a phenomenal case to follow. But not that I'm going to take a lot of time to do that. I just, but his show is very interesting. They've now got like motion sensing in the dark. There's different companies. I can't remember the names of them, but he talks about 2 or 3 in particular in a couple of his episodes, and actually shares his screen. So what you're watching, that tech company's screen is showing is basically like their little commercial, and they're displaying how this it's not even a camera. It's a sensor, and it works probably by electromagnetic frequencies that a person's body gives off, and it can sense and tell the position of everybody that's in that room, and it shows the screen and it shows the people in the room, so you can see them moving, and you can see when one of the guys stops and lays down on the floor, and it shows, you know, kind of black outlines of that person laying down on the other screen on the monitor. So it's a way to monitor, and they're going to push it for security reasons. You know, we all got to be safe. You know, people are this and that, and this happens, and there's all these home invasions, and it's going to be a fear tactic to get people on board, to have everything they do, see, touch, talk about, everything is monitored and monetized. So it's just something else to think about everything that they can do. He had, I don't want to give you a bunch of spoilers, but he had somebody on there. It was another tech company, and they've got a system where I think it has something to do with your biological frequencies. They can track you, and if you get to a door, there's no key for it. There's no keypad with a code or anything. It just will unlock for you because your body is basically the key. It senses that you are the one that is near that door, and it will open for them. So pretty interesting. Yeah, Kelly, I don't know if you're still here, but this is not about crochet tonight. I got other stuff I'm interested in. I'm a very diverse person, believe it or not. I do love me some yarn and crochet, and mainly because I like designing things, and I like making things for presents, and that's my gig. That's what I like. But yes, it's TMC. If you don't find it, I'll share a link. This is my live. I'll share a link. Hold on, guys. Abby's got a call coming in. Or babe, work's wanting you. Huh? Okay. Just don't do it in here because that's business stuff, and the world doesn't need to hear your bosses on the phone, your schedulers and stuff. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go grab a link real quick for you guys, okay? You're here for it all, Kelly? All right. Oh, we got Kim. Kim's Crochet and Knits in the house. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, Kelly. I think we still got Mary Webb, Tanya. Pink is here. Did I miss anybody else? Yeah, I think it's just all of us left. Pink, Mary Webb, Kim, and Kelly. And maybe Megan might still be here. She hasn't talked for a while, though. Okay, so let me grab this link real quick. You guys can probably still see me. I can't see what's on my screen other than my blank box. TMC. Big Tech is the name of his show on Patriot Soapbox. And I watch his channel because of the other shows they have on there. A lot of it's political, and I'm just not that political of a person. I know I should probably be more active, but It helps me not to have to wade through a bunch of other videos that I don't care to watch. So I just watch his on Patriot Box. So yeah, my computer's slow, y'all. Get a new computer very much. I'm gonna link his channel. He's hard to find. See big tech titles, and so it gets kind of lost. My computer is so slow. The coffee. I don't have to work tomorrow, y'all. I stayed up too late last night. Keep staying up. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Now this screen's not loading. Hopefully that didn't. I could screen share if I could get it to open the other screen. I could share the screen through StreamYard here, share screen. But I can't get the other window to open up. Let me get on YouTube and I'll put the link up. Good place to start would be to go to his oldest video on his channel. See, even now searching for it, it's hard for me to find them. Let me go to my subscriptions. And I would definitely subscribe, because if you go back in and try to find him by TMC Big Tech, it's hard. I'll just grab the link and I'll put it through my phone on chat if it'll let me. I don't know if I can comment in the description box or not. Here it is. Okay. Share. Yep. There I am. So now I'm watching me on the phone. Oh, there I am. So now I'm watching me. And there's a lag, apparently. All right, let's see if we can do this, if it'll let me. I ought to be able to. Yep, there you go. Got to be resourceful in these tough technological times. But yeah, you just never know where things are going. There's some companies, they're doing some deal where they have techs that are working toward building the AI, basically. AI is trained by everybody, even us. AI watches, all these algorithms. It's AI. It's artificial intelligence. It's programs built in, and they are trained by us as consumers of products, of online stuff, and things we purchase or track, those kind of deals. But they're now, I don't know if it's Amazon or somebody, they've got, and TMC talked about, I think that's where I heard about it. He showed it, a clip of it, where these guys in big tech, they are basically taking, the controller, and they're on a computer, and they're controlling this robotic arm that can spin, like those little grabber machines, the claw machines that get toys and put them out for the kids. They're controlling those remotely, and they're learning, those machines are learning from them manually controlling it with a controller. But the robot itself, that AI built into that mechanical robot arm, is picking and packing and putting in different, they're making it they're controlling it, making it put it into different shipment slots. And so they'll take those, pick up the item. Well, as it's picking up certain items, that machine is, the AI is learning, hey, this object is different. This one weighs different. It feels different, whatever, and this is the slot it goes in to be shipped out. So those controllers, those people that are training that robot and that AI system that is running, it's going to be basically, should be, they might have to upgrade and train it to do different items eventually, a little bit at a time, but it's going to get a good baseline of things that they have on the market at that time. And then the people that have trained that system, that AI system to control that robot in the warehouse, those people will have to move on to a different job. Their position is going to be no longer needed, at least that many of them. They're not going to have to do as much work or have as much available once those come online for themselves, and they can, quote, think and analyze the objects that they're taking and putting into those bins. All right, it is 7:57. Let's go through comments here. I just want to make sure. I don't like to ignore people in chat, so got a little behind. Pink says, Kelly Presley, hey, my friend. Mary says, by the way, I sent you a friend request on Facebook. Cool. I'll check. I'm really bad. I freely admit it. Before I had my channel and started my group on Facebook even, I was really bad about checking my Facebook notifications. I don't like getting notifications to my phone from Facebook. But I don't know what I've got it set to now. I get a little notification, but not everybody's notifications that they've posted or anything like that. So I do try to check my notifications now from Facebook, the little bell, at least once every day or two. But I was really bad about it. I had 12 people come join my channel group, and I didn't even know 12 people had come and joined, or some of them a bunch of them were waiting. So I reset it to where if someone has a Facebook account for at least 3 months, they can come join the group. And then I added some questions to it just to make it slow people down, any kind of scammers that want to get in. So that's what the questions are there for. Nobody really looks at, what questions you answered, what your answers are to those questions on Facebook groups. At least not that I'm aware of. I haven't seen anybody's answers yet. But yeah, to be that lax with it, it's my own group. That's bad. I try to get people more interacting on there, but it's been hard. Like, it's okay. There's so many groups out there that it's all right. We put our energy into what we're most interested in, and if that's the case, that's okay too. I don't care. But I do want to keep up on my notifications on that. So I will check for your friend request. Or any less. I don't remember what we were talking about. I need to be able to read chat and talk at the same time. Preach, sister. I agree with everything you said. We're all one race. Yes, we are. And what, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the butterfly effect, but they say if a butterfly flaps its wings, halfway across the world, that it can cause other things to take place. And I think that's true. I don't know how much of a tidal wave it could start. I mean, everything kind of works together. That's how God created our beautiful earth we live on and created us. So we can either be for each other and for God, or we can be against each other and on the devil's side. That's the way I look at it. That is black and white. And Abby's singing in Yoruba and dancing in the living room. He's singing and dancing for the dog. He's going like this to the dog and singing in Yoruba. She's in the recliner. Every time he starts dancing for her and singing to her, she just looks at him like, hey, when's the bones coming, buddy? She's funny. He's funny with her.
If you have a dog, we have free accommodation for dog here.
Yeah.
Bring your dog.
Yeah.
Tell them to bring that dog or bone.
Well, Kim, I wouldn't say that I'm apolitical. I'm just not that interested in political stuff. That I let it consume me and everything I do and put my all into it because I'm just one person and I'm not going to be standing on any kind of soapbox for very long, at least, to try to convince and persuade people to believe the same way I do. We all have our own journey in life. And I feel like if things go amok long enough in our country, then people will start seeing how messed up, how jacked up things are right now. And I think we're having some wake up calls, and I don't think we all have to think the same, but we have to get to a point where a good part of our society tries to do the best by others that they can, and we're just not there yet. We're not, and it's a sad situation. But yeah, there's just so much going on, and there's only so much of it I can listen to or think about, for that matter. Otherwise, you'd be sad all the time. I don't want to hear about, every detail of how abortion works and what they do when they do abortions. I don't want to hear that. I don't believe that abortion doctors and nurses are doctors and nurses. I think it's murder. Especially this, after birth abortion stuff that they passed in New York, and I think West Virginia might have done it too. I mean, in New York, they were cheering when he signed the papers, legalizing late-term abortion, and now they can do it even after the baby is born. The doctors and nurses won't be allowed to touch that baby if the parent changes their mind about having that baby. Well, guess what? The baby's already, breathing and alive in our planet, in our world, and to not tend to that baby's needs is disgusting. It's a vile, wicked practice. And, how are you going to do that and call it, medical treatment for the mother? I mean, who are they treating? They're not treating the baby. If mom has said, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, I should have gotten an abortion. And now they don't want the baby, and maybe it's got something wrong with it. They weren't told about it. They didn't know, and therefore didn't get the abortion when they should have in their own mind. Then they decide, I don't want to do this. And then the doctors and nurses can't care for that baby. So who are they treating then? Who is their patient? Is it mom? What's that doing for mom? By not tending to that child, what's that doing for mom medically? So that is, to me, malpractice, and it's not benevolence. It is malpractice. It's malevolent, and really is not medically treating anyone. So I don't know. That's just my views, and we'll just call it a night. Let me see if anybody's got any new comments. Go to a website to look for something when you go to Facebook. Mary says, if I go to a website to look for something when I go to Facebook. When you go to Facebook, it takes you to a website. Is that what you're saying? There's commercials for that item. For what item are you talking about? You're heading over to that link. Oh, for TMC? Okay. But commercials for that item. I don't know what commercials you're talking about. Is my link good that I put on here? Where'd my link go? I don't know if I just hit it or what. Okay. I don't know. It won't let me click on the link that I put up. So I don't know what commercials you're talking about. I'll talk to you later, Mary. Thanks for coming. Good night. You have a good night, hon. First, do no harm. That's right. That's right. The Hippocratic Oath. And that came from Hippocrates. First, do no harm. No, any item. Once you look something else, then I see commercials for that item on Facebook. Oh, you're talking. I used to know the technical name they called that, Mary. It's something like TrackBack. It basically, like I wear wigs. So if you shop for something, those ads, especially like hobby yarn, I keep seeing hobby yarn ads everywhere. I see them on Pinterest. And when that first started happening, I was like, what's going on? And even having a conversation with somebody on your phone, because Google can hear. Google is on Pixel phones. They're on iPhones. They're on Androids. Anybody that uses Chrome, your phone has Google. And Google is listening. You can shut that off through settings where it can't listen to your conversations. But you can have a conversation with, say, me and my daughter had a conversation one time about it, and we had mentioned to each other how that had happened, where we were talking to somebody on the phone, and next thing you know, that item that you were talking about, you start seeing ads for it. And that's why, because Google is listening. It's not a person listening, it's the algorithms, and they in turn pick up keywords in your conversation, even if you've not looked that item up online. Now, if you're shopping online, it's going to find you that way, and it will advertise to you wherever you go on the internet, because they know your device IP address. So based on your device IP address, which most likely, Mary, you don't have a cell phone, so it would be your computer, your IP address on your computer, and that is an identifier for your specific device. And it will then know when you're online, what you're looking at, and you're going to receive ads based on your preferences and things you look for a lot. Like I see wigs.com all the time, because that's where I start getting a lot of my wigs from. If you switch to a different company and start using a different company's products, then you're going to see ads for that company. So if I switch yarn companies I prefer, then I'm going to start seeing new ads for different companies. So that's basically how that works. And that's why you're seeing those ads on Facebook and everywhere else you go online. All right. So with that, I'm out of breath, and I will catch you guys all later. I want to get over to Terrence Trower's channel. So I'm going to put up a link. I don't even know how many people are in here right now. I'm going to get Terrence's channel link and send it. I'll put it up real quick. I'll just put if it's on here, I get reminders. I just got so many reminders on here. Here it is. So I'm gonna share Terrence's show tonight out. They're on there already. Show tonight out. And here's the link. If anybody comes and you want to come over to Brother Terrence's house and enjoy some fellowship and prayer and singing, come on over. We'd be glad to have you, and I'm sure he will be too. So good night. I love you. Thanks for coming. And I don't care if we've got 2 or 10 or 50 people in here. Know that God loves you too. And don't give up on yourself. Love yourself. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Abby says bye. We're all done. All right. Bye. Thanks for coming. I'm going to sign off now. Bye-bye.
Come next time.
Huh?
I said come next time.
Come next time? Well, they will if they like coming. I'm not going to tell everybody that all the time. I have in the past, like and share.